オスカーが自らを犠牲にした後、ケイト・ウォーカーはオートマトンの友人の形見を持ち続けてきました。ここから続きをやっていきます。操作がすごく難しいんですよね。これ。よくわかってないんですよ、操作が。読めない。
Excuse me. Yes?
Zamyatin 先生。
I'm looking for Dr. Zamyatin.
He's in his office. You'll find it in the small corridor back there. The first door on your left.
Pretty gloomy clinic. It could do with a bit of human warmth.
It used to be the fortress of the Dukes of Valsembor, the ancient rampart standing against invasions from the east. The inhabitants of Valsembor took refuge here and often escaped the besiegers through mysterious secret passages.
When did it become a clinic?
That was 20 years ago, thanks to Dr. Zamyatin.
I would like to leave this clinic. Would you mind telling me where the exit is, please?
Well, usually I'd have told you to go over to the other side of the courtyard to take the funicular that goes down to Valsembor. But it seems Dr. Efimova has shut off the entire clinic for security reasons. The funicular has been stopped until further orders.
I see. Thank you for all that information. I'll be going now.
Maybe you should head on back to your room and wait until they say the funicular is fixed and back in service.
I'll think about it. Goodbye.
出口は封鎖され、通常の出口は封鎖されてる。小さな廊下。左側なんかあるね。なんかあるね。あ、
Ah, hello, Miss Walker. How very delightful to see you up and about. Even if I really have to admit that I'm a bit surprised, our dear Dr. Olga painted a far darker picture of your current state of health.
Perhaps you should go upstairs more often to check on the condition of your patients, Doctor. You would see for yourself what Olga and Dr. Mangling are putting them through.
Good Lord, what do you mean?
You need to understand that Olga isn't the virtuous doctor that you seem to think. That woman spends all her time looking for unbelievable problems in her patients and makes diagnoses that she justifies through bizarre tests with systematically skewed results. And that's not to mention the treatment she's putting poor Kirk through.
Listen to me, Miss Walker. I know that waking up after a prolonged period in a coma is difficult. In such a context, anxiety attacks are very normal. But please, do not project it onto Dr. Olga. I'm not getting any younger, you know, and running this clinic is a very heavy burden. The last few years, Olga has shown she is capable of assisting me. I have every faith in her.
I'm not having an anxiety attack, Doctor. When I asked Olga to let me leave, she drugged me.
I know. Olga has informed me of the incident. According to her, you were unfortunately very aggressive and disturbed, and she had to inject a tranquilizer. Dr. Mangling spoke to me about your violent tendencies.
But
The subject is closed, Miss Walker. But let me tell you that your insistence is misplaced. It corroborates, I'm afraid, the conclusions in your psychological assessment.
As you like, Doctor.
Please tell me about that pendant you have around your neck. I must admit I noticed it as soon as you walked in.
It's a souvenir.
Of a good memory or a bad one?
Both at once, really.
Of course, just like with all memories, right? At any rate, what's currently important for you is to avoid being too haunted.
Dr. Zamiatine, I promised Kirk I'd go to the craftsman in Valsambur and bring back his mechanical prosthesis. The poor boy has been waiting for it for ages, so I'd like to try to speed up the process. Would you tell me how to get there?
Now there's a truly noble initiative, Miss Walker. I asked my clockmaker friend Simon Steiner to manufacture the young Yukol's mechanical prosthetic leg. He's a capable craftsman and ingenious. You'll find him in his workshop, near the Valsambur port. I imagine he must almost be finished with his work by now. He makes amazing things. You'll see.
Can you authorize my release so that I can see Dr. Steiner? Unfortunately, I've been told that the clinic is in lockdown.
You will have to ask Dr. Olga, Miss Walker. She signed the current order to lock our establishment down. She's in charge of giving out the passes. This book should answer any of the questions you may have about our Yukol's friends. Farewell and bon voyage, Miss Walker.
Why did the Yukols ask you to heal Kirk?
On each of their migrations, the Yukol shamans and I have exchanged medical knowledge. Their trance therapy and materia medica have provided astounding results for my patients affected by psychological afflictions. In exchange, I do what I can to take care of those injured that they can't heal using their traditional medicine, like that poor boy who lost his leg.
How many ostrich migrations have you seen?
This is the third one. I'm lucky to have seen so many of them. It's a rare spectacle. Believe me, the great herd of ostriches accompanied by the Yukols, doomed to blindly follow their animals wherever they happen to roam. And they don't care about countries, wars, and borders.
You seem to like the Yukols, Dr. Zamiatine.
They are a fascinating people, you know, and such astonishing medicine infused with shamanism. Without which, no doubt, you would have never arrived in this clinic alive, Miss Walker.
ユコール族と友好的なんだね。差別ってなんだろ
I get the impression that the Yukols aren't much liked around here.
Indeed. It would seem that most of the inhabitants of Valsambor are now quite hostile towards them. This wasn't the case a while back, you know. When I was young, the migration of the snow ostriches was an event widely welcomed with open arms in Valsambor.
Why the change in attitude?
Our region was actually somewhat devastated 20 years ago. Dramatic events changed the way people viewed the world. The people turned inward on themselves. They are less welcoming. And the fact that the Yukols have been stuck here, next to Lake Valsambor for several weeks, hasn't helped.
It's really necessary for me to ask Olga's permission to leave? You're the director of this clinic, after all.
Olga is my right-hand woman. I can't keep her uninvolved in current matters, Miss Walker. She is also currently your doctor. You should really talk with her about it. She isn't as evil as you seem to believe. You'll find her in her office, most probably.
う。邪悪とか。ドキュメントを開く。あ、J だ。これ読み物？読めない。読めない。あ、読めた。第17章。ブロニスワフ・モース著。時代を超えたユコール文化。 1962より抜粋。ユコールに解体されるマンモス。ブロニスワフ・モースが記録したユコールの説話集より。除説。ユーコル。普段は無口な私の学生たちもその名前には揃って目を丸くする。この魅力的な人々を強く断固として独立し、親切な人々の存在を学生たちは今まで知らなかったのだ。ではなぜ1000年もの歴史を持つこの文化の周囲に、神秘の穏やかな香りが漂っているのだろうか。そしてベールに穴を開ける方法は、あなたが手に取った書物はそのテーマに関する究極の参考書と言える。その本を読んだことが私が進めてきた著者と同じ言及、すなわち古生物学の一環としてこの文化に関する長年の研究に直接つながったのだと迷わず判断できよう。しかしこの学術的作品にとって志を同じくする者に新たな研究分野を探求したいという欲求を震わせ、この新しい、そして果てしなき情熱を代々の学生たちに伝えたいということ以上に大きな賛辞があるだろうか。バロクシュタット大学古生物学教授コーネリアス・ポンス。ユーコル族の起源。ユーコルの仲間ブロニスワフ・モースの記述をもとに作成したイラスト。ユコール族が現れた正式な年代測定は不可能とは言わないまでも困難な作業であろう。とはいえ、北ウラルからフランスはアルプスの間に散在する多数の痕跡と遺跡は少なくとも人類史の始まりにまで遡れる存在であることを示している。この異常なまでの長期性には注目すべき事実をもう一つ加えることができる。数千年経っても変わることのないユーコルの風習と伝統である。ユーコルの民が我々にほとんど知られていない点から見ても、ユーコル族のこうした生活様式がこれほどまでに保たれてきたことは、用心深さが主な原因であると言えるであろう。この不足に対する世間一般の無知の背景には2つの要因の相関関係がある。一つはユーコルの遊牧民としての生活様式、より具体的には反遊牧性、この点については語述とする。であり、それ自体が2つ目の要因を生み出す、すなわち部族が通る経路はほとんどが未開の地であり、その大部分は自然の領域であったにもかかわらず、ユーラシア市に足跡を残すような規模の上では偉大で支配的な文明の外縁に何度も位置していたのだ。この2つの要因によるユーコルはあらゆる民族的宗教的な浄化の試みから逃れ、大陸を揺るがした大きな紛争の外にとどまることができたのである。ユーコル文化を存続させてきたのは無数のパラメーターがあると言えよう。とはいえ語述するが、ユーコルは誰にも知られていないわけではなく、渡りによって土着民と定期的に接触している。しかし後者がユーコルの通過を容認したとしても、部族との交配が社会的に受け入れられたことはないため、いかなる形であり文明が希釈化されるには至らない。自然との関わり。ユーコルと自然の間には原始的なつながりがあることは否定しがたい。ユーコルの文明のものであると考えられている希少な痕跡は、高い適応力を背景とした洞窟居住の 伝統を物語っている。この部族は西部では放浪しながら天然の洞窟に住み、北部では手掘りした氷の洞窟に住んでいたようである。また、ユーコルは様々な動物と共生している。使者役となるよう飼いならして訓練したフクロウにしろ、あまり知られていない勇気、追跡犬や牧羊犬、ソリ犬として使われる。にしろこの部族は家畜化のエキスパートとなったのだ。ユーコルの生存率は特定の動物種の生存率と直接相関している。有史以前にはマンモスとも接していたという証拠が多数見つかっており、荷物の運搬、移動手段、肉や毛皮の供給源としてマンモスは機能していた。巨大な骨は建築材料や家具の製造にも利用されていた。マンモスは絶滅したのではなく、実は大陸の北端にある大きな島に存在しているとユーコルは信じている。筆者としてはこの数行について科学的なコンセンサスと正反対の意見を述べたいわけではないが、だとしても驚異的な保存状態の高比類の骨から作られるユーコルの工芸品をこの目で見たということだけは言及せざるを得ない。マンモスに乗るユーコル。ユーコルがマンモスから扱いにくく神経質な性質で知られる北極の渡り鳥、大雪ダチョウへとくら替えするようになったという事実が残っている。このダチョウはおよそ20年ごとに大移動を行い、広大な縄張りをカバーするという特殊性を持つ。渡りの目的は繁殖地となる現在のカザフスタン中心に位置する青々とした大草原へと群れを導くことにある。精霊信仰と精神性。ユーコル文化の最も魅力的な特徴の一つは、物質的な責務、集団全体の生存を担保するために一部の部族が雪ダチョウの群れに従う必然性を吸収し、それを精神的事象、信仰の土台へと昇華させる能力にある。実際、大ダチョウに付き従う部族の人々は、渡りを個人とその家族に精霊の寵愛を引き出すことを目的とした霊的な航海、密接な超越体験として捉えている。移動経路にはキャラバンのシャーマンが忠実に守らなければならない神聖な局面、儀式、精神的規範がいくつもある。シャーマンは精霊が残した信号を解釈する。預言者であると同時に渡りの長に対する助言者でもある。精霊の案内人は何らかの形で精霊に選ばれる優れた人物であるとされ、キャラバンをダチョウが繁殖する伝説の聖地へと導く。
You will find Dr. Olga hard at work in her office, Miss Walker.
オルガ先生ね、怖いんだよね、なんか。
Why not have a seat for a bit in the waiting room? It's just near the offices, right behind reception.
The funicular is out of service until further notice. Believe me, we are just as annoyed as you about the funicular.
I've been waiting for my appointment for hours.
I'm here to see my husband. He's been here months and months. His doctors say that he hasn't fully recovered yet.
ずっと出してもらえなそうなんだけど、ここの病院に来たら。
The American is awake. You must hurry, Colonel.
How is she doing?
Miss Walker is rather restless. I had to administer a tranquilizer, but I'm afraid I won't be able to keep her here for very long, Colonel. She is very quickly going to become a problem.
Kate Walker will always represent a problem for us, and also for our cause, Dr. Olga Efimova.
I can use methods that are more, how should I put it, medical.
No, not for the moment. That isn't a very good idea. I want her back in good condition. And what about the tribe of nomads?
Just like the past 2 years, Lake Valsambor hasn't frozen over, so the herd can't cross the ice. They're stuck here. And also, their young guide is still in our control. If everything goes as planned, soon the Yukuls will have no choice but to go back home. Especially as I have a plan to speed things up.
Fine.
There's also the American detective, Colonel. He should be arriving soon.
Let him meet with Miss Walker if that's what he wants to do. No point alarming him just yet. But when all is said and done, we're the ones who are handling the young woman's case. No American is going to come here and tell us what to do.
何企んでるの？大佐って言ったね。軍に渡りを阻まれてるとか言ってたよね。で、爆弾仕掛けてきたとか。探偵がうんぬんって2に出てきた
Where did she go?
探偵かな。ケイト・ウォーカーの件。あ、ちょ。操作が、見れたけど、読めないよ。小さいよ、これ。間もなく到着。それより、緊急事態かな。それより緊急事態です。後でボイラー室まで来てください。忌まわしい遊牧民をどうにかする必要があります。マンゴーリン先生のからなんだ。いやー、これ字がちっちゃくて潰れてて見えないな。ズームできないんでしょ？オルガ殿、アメリカ人がいや、読めない。次は大佐デミティアンの処遇。ちょっと全然読めないんだけど。トカゲの尻尾にうってつけでしょうしか読めないね。見えない。ニック・キャンティンだって。キャンティンって探偵だよね。ニック・キャンティンと申します。アメリカ東海岸じゃ最高の 私立探偵として名が売れてます。私のクライアントであるマーソン&ローモント法律事務所とあなたの電話を受けて連絡させてもらいました。あなたとA 社同社で合意したケイト・ウォーカーの引き渡しだな。引き渡しについて数日以内に伺います。だって。ビデオ会話をさせてください。
Hello, Miss Efimova. I'm here to see you too. Kate Walker. It really is you. What a coincidence. I've been looking for you for weeks.
Mr. Canton, I presume?
Ah, I see that my reputation precedes me. Miss Efimova must have told you I was coming.
違うよ。
No, I just now learned of your existence, Mr. Canton. A while ago, my employer in New York informed me that he was going to stick a detective on my back.
I don't like to boast, but I'm the best detective on the East Coast. Never a problem with me. I've been asked to bring you back home safe and sound, Miss Walker. I should be in Valsambor in a few hours.
連れ戻されちゃう？魅惑の王子はお呼びでない。
You've got yourself in a
悪い
real
けど。
mess, Miss Walker. So I suggest you try and answer me.
悪いけどもういや、いつかは帰るかもしれないけど、今はちょっ
Miss
とね。
Walker, is there some sort of problem with the line?
これちょっとやっちゃうとさ、挑発しちゃってさ、連れ戻されることに執着っていうか、しそう。
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Mr. Canton. I'm sure that finding me hasn't been easy.
Oh my God, you have no idea.
I'm afraid this might upset you, but I'm not planning on going back to the United States for the moment, Mr. Canton.
To be honest, you don't really have a choice. The U.S. Justice Department is looking for you, and I even have an international arrest warrant for you, Miss Walker. Who'd have thought?
The feds are looking for me? But what's the charge? I've done nothing wrong.
Embezzlement! Apparently you took off with a contract for the sale of the Clockwork Toy Factory in Vorarlberg. And you took advantage of the seller's senility. You're even suspected of being responsible for the death of one of them, a Mr. Hans Vorarlberg, the last heir authorized to sign contracts with the company you represented. That's not negligible. You know, Miss Walker.
This is completely ridiculous. And as far as I know, you aren't authorized to represent the Justice Department in this country. You're just a detective. So you'll have to put up with it, Mr. Canton. I'm not going back to New York with you. So leave me alone.
Wait, Miss Walker. Please be reasonable.
Goodbye, Mr. Canton.
あらまあ。なんか繋がってんだね、やっぱりね。新しい冒険だけど。何？あ、びっくりした。急に音楽が始まるから。カーテン開けんのかな？何？盾？ 綺麗な音楽。あ、これイカでしょ。なんかイカ、最初の鍵もイカだったよね、形が。うわ、びっくりした。これ、縦に色合わせんだ。あ、私でもわかるわ。何色よ、これ。青？青。青。赤。赤。緑。青。青。赤。緑。行っちゃっていいのかな。あとはあれだよね。入り口だけだよね。これ、関係ないか。こっから入ってきたんだもんね。バレちゃうよ。カーテン閉めとかないと。だからなんか立派そうなエレベーター。オイラー室うんたらかんたら言ってたね。
Charming.
Hurry up.
Yes, Dr. Elfimova. I'm doing whatever I can. Get this damn tap open in the end, you'll see. That's it.
Well, that should convince the Yugal scum to strike camp and go back where she came from. Come on, Helmet. Let's not hang about here.
Yes, of course, Dr. Elfimova.
何？お水を流してんの？変な薬物かなんか流してんのかしら。ちょっと読めないけどさ、タンクに入ってるから。そっちから渡れる。これ何よこれ。
Hydrochloric acid.
塩酸？今出しちゃまずいよね、塩酸。 危ない危ない危ない。
This thing is stuck.
あら、これ、塩酸で溶かしてんの？もしかして。亡くなった患者を。見つかったら怖いんですけど。毒物流してんだ。ちょっとこれ、塩酸をさ、もらっとこっか。割ってみようか。あ、入れたわ。満帆になったの？これもどうしようもないね。
This thing is stuck.
ねえ。あそこから逃げられる？まさかね。絶対なんかまたパズルとかやるんじゃないの？使える。したら今もらったこれだよね。マジで？溶かしてる時ってさ、毒ガスかなんか発生するんじゃないの？着地した。 コール族のユーコール族に協力するなんか来た。みんな来た。
Miss Catwalk, help please!
What Yukos do to great spirits to deserve punishment?
Miss Catwalk, help please! Quickly, or all ostrich is lost.
What will become of tribe if ostriches die?
Miss Catwalk! Pew pew, peek-laka-laka!
Quickly, or all ostrich is lost.
ダチョウが死んじゃう？何があったの？
Help please, Miss Catwalk!
Miss Catwalk must do something! Quick!
なんかここ並んじゃって入れないじゃないの。
Ostriches maybe die poison.
ああ、毒流してるもんね。あれ止めてこいっつうの？せっかく脱出してきたのに。
Quickly, or all ostrich is lost.
大変そうだ。
The Yukos are going to be overwhelmed here soon. I have to help them, quickly.
水飲ましちゃダメなんだね。ちょっと待って、移動でき
Help
にくい
please,
んだ
Miss
けど。
Catwalk!
Miss Catwalk
こ
must
こは
do
入れない
something!
のね。
Quick!
うん、どうしたらいいの？
Engerimuk! Tuk tuk! Bikolet! Miss Catwalk? Senvenu tuk 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 tuk! Minimir Buruth!
My God, what happened to that poor ostrich?
Ostriches want drink very bad water, Tuk. When ostrich is thirsty, and ostrich is not smart, Miss Catwalk. She lako, Tuk. Head hard like hard rock.
Try to hold them back as long as possible. There must be a way to filter the river water.
Unganimuk. But Miss Catwalk, go quickly.
Miss Kate Walker.
Hello, ma'am.
You remember me, Miss Kate Walker. Me, ayahuasca. Great Yukul shaman. Me go there and find you somewhere there in the world of the spirits.
So you're the one I owe my life to, Madame Ayahuasca. It's you who cared for me before taking me to the doctors in the Valsambor clinic. I don't know how I can ever thank you.
Tuk together. Miss Kate Walker go clean river water right up there. Since she traveled long time in magic world, spirits now her friends. They will show her the right path.
Very well. If you say that the spirits are going to give me a hand, I'll try to do that.
こっちでいいのかな？もう一個道があったよね。精霊が道を示 示して
Ladies
く
and
れる
gentlemen
っ
of the
て。
spirit world, if you want to show me the way, now's the time.
ここは何？ダム？
Just had to ask, I guess.
ダムを使って水を分離する。登れるの？あ、なんかある。なんかある。またなんか。これ？これってかき混ぜちゃうってこと？わからんのね。危険って書いてある。何これってこれ？これかき混ぜちゃうでしょ。
Help, please, Miss Catwalk.
助けてあげたいんだけどね。わかんないのよ。教えて。教えて。ここ違うよね。これでいいの？あったわ。なんかもらったけど読めない。音楽が変わった。よかったね。まあいじってればなんとかなるんだよ。お水きれいになった。さっきまでなんか汚い色だったもんね。そっか、そうか、よかったよかった。これね、目が回りそうね。 永遠に終わんないんじゃないかと思っちゃったよ。
First guide not come back here. Now all water poisoned. Not good signs.
に話せばいいの？
Who would do that to the Yukos?
医者たちよ。
Thank you, Miss Catwalk.
Thank you for saving Great Herd.
助かったんだ、よかった。アヤワスカさんは？
Bairtla, Miss Ketwalk. Thanks you and spirits. Ostriches saved.
Be careful all the same, Mr. Barut. The dam filtering the water may not hold very long.
Sa! Yukos leave here fast to make sure Ostrich is safe. But not possible without Kirk. Him, our
科学の
guide.
足ってどうするんだろ
I
う。
just came from the clinic. Kirk and I shared a room.
Sa! How going, Kirk?
He's doing fine, though. I mean, for the moment. But he's stuck up there without the prosthesis, you see.
No, Kirk. Yukos cannot leave here. So ostriches want continued journey without Yukos. Can't keep ostriches here very long. Ostriches cross Lake Valsambor alone. And then eaten by lake spirits. Tuk.
The ostriches crossing the lake, so that has to be a part of the migration?
Tuk tuk. Baranur, on other side of lake, is path of sacred plains. Ostriches lay eggs in hot sand on sacred plains. But lake, not anymore frozen, so not be able cross.
Listen, Mr. Barut. Do your best to calm your ostriches while I go to Valsambor. I promised Kirk to go get his prosthesis and bring it back to him.
Bartla tuk. Miss Ketwalk, you friend of Yukos.
I'm going to speak with the shaman now.
Ayahuasca will be very happy. See Miss Ketwalk. She go with you and around you a lot in world of spirits, so they free you. You not die because of her. Miss Ketwalk, go and see Shaman Ayahuasca to speak about Kirk.
みんなの名前が覚えられないわ。一日経つと。市場。